Hey friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, welcome to the retro future. Blackberry Milkshake Porter is a 9% porter brewed with blackberries and lactose from Griffin Brewing Company in Birmingham, Michigan. You all know I'm a sucker for a good porter, and this one sounds really good. Now, I saw this posted on Griffin Claw's Instagram, along with a couple other really tasty-looking beers, and I just happened to be in the neighborhood last week, so I stopped in and picked this one up. I also got a chance to try their Rocky Road Stout, which, if you like sweet dessert stouts, you might like that. It's pretty good. I picked that one up too, but when I review these beers, this is generally my first taste, so I don't like to spoil my reaction for the video. So I kept myself away from this Blackberry Milkshake Porter until today. Now the best part about all of it is that Rocky Road and a couple other stouts and porters they have from Griffin Claw is a 4-pack. It only costs $8, and that's a bargain. So we're going to take a look at the label and get this into a glass. Fun fact, blackberries are an excellent source of vitamin C and K, and they're rich in antioxidant compounds, which boost memory functions. And, oh yeah, into a glass. Okay, yeah, yep. All right, so I've got my my snifter glass here, and we're going to take a look at the label here. This looks like a total vaporwave kind of retro 80s style label, and it says Blackberry Milkshake Porter, written in this kind of neon looking font with a grid in the background. Reminds me of Tron or some other kind of 80s style retro kind of styling, if that's even a style. It has Griffin Claw's logo on the front here, and then on the side it says Porter brewed with blackberries and lactose, brewed and packaged by Griffin Claw Brewing Company in Birmingham, Michigan. 9% alcohol by volume, 65 IBUs. And there is a brewed on date, 3/30/19, which was March 30th. And this is Cinco de Mayo that I'm recording this Sunday, May 5th. So it's about a month old, but with porters, stouts, those kind of things, you can get away with aging them a little bit longer. And I wanted to say they did 4 beers total in this whole series. You can buy the 4-pack of all, one of each, $8. You can buy a 4-pack of any one of them, $8. So that's a really great deal. And it's 2 porters and 2 stouts. I think there's vanilla and chocolate and the Blackberry Milkshake Porter, and then it is Mole Stout and Rocky Road Stout. Now, I think it's the same base stout and porter for each of those two, and then they, use adjuncts to kind of change the flavors, but just throwing that out here. So let's go ahead and crack this open, put a nose on the can. I'm getting a really good porter scent, and there's a sweetness in there. I think that's where the blackberry is coming through. It has a sweet scent to it, but I'm getting more of kind of like a porter, just kind of punch. And then there is this sweetness, a fruity kind of smell in there, but I'm not really going to say that that's blackberry because I can't really pick that out. But let's go ahead and get this in the glass. We'll get a nose on it and probably get a better sense of how that smells. And this looks really thick coming out of the can. It is dark cola colored, borderline an oil kind of color, but there was a little bit of a transparency. I could see through it a little bit. So I poured this. I got a good about 2 fingers worth of head. As you can see from the overhead, it's got a nice coffee colored head. It's very tightly packed bubbles. There's a little bit of larger ones, but that's mostly from the pour, like the exit of the pour, if that's a term, if you understand what I'm saying with that. The side, the cross section's very large, compact bubbles, but on the top it's very, very tightly packed bubbles. Let's get a better nose on this. And I am picking up a little bit more on the blackberry scent straight out of the glass. Yeah, I'm getting a lot more, getting a chocolatey kind of smell to it. Holding it up to the light, very dark. Again, I talk about the bulb in these kind of snifter glasses. This one has a little bit of a purplish, brownish hue to it. Let's go ahead and get just dive right in. I can't even, I'm just stumbling over myself. I'm just looking forward to trying this so much. Yeah, it just smells really sweet, so let's get a taste. The roasty malts are definitely in there, and the roasty malts, the chocolatey malts, are followed up with this really strong blackberry flavor, kind of a bitter, dark berry taste. And then the follow-up, as I'm talking, it's kind of still rolling in. is this really rich, roasty malts, dark chocolate kind of taste to it. Let's get another taste and get a little bit more on the front end here. The mouthfeel is a nice medium mouthfeel. It's not syrupy, it's not thick, it's not light, it's not thin, but it's a really nice medium mouthfeel, and the lactose comes through more on that front part, on the front taste, the first kind of little taste you get on your tongue. The lactose comes through a little bit more on that side. You get a little bit more of this kind of general sweetness, and then it kind of comes through this chocolate roasty malt taste comes through, and then the blackberry kind of pours on. And as that blackberry kind of hangs out and you swallow, that's when this really thick, roasty, dark chocolate flavor comes through. And you're just getting all that porter goodness, all those roasty malts just kind of come through at the tail end with this really nice, rich, dark chocolate taste. It's kind of like at first taste, you think, oh, okay. I admit, the first taste I got in my mouth was kind of like, oh, is this all the sweetness? Is this going to be all the blackberry? Everything's just going to be front loaded in the beginning with that sweetness that comes through. But it comes through in these waves, right? Like I said, you get that sweetness, just kind of a general sweetness at the very beginning. Then that roasty malt kind of comes through, and then you get that really nice kind of almost bitter blackberry. It's like a sweet but bitter at the same time. Really dark blackberry taste, and then again, the tail end is just pure dark chocolate, roasty malts. It's, wow, this is really good. If you take a big gulp right at the beginning, you don't kind of let it settle, you get more of the blackberry and a little bit less of the roastiness that comes through on that really quick gulp. But I've had two of them so far now. I've had the Rocky Road Stout and this Blackberry Milkshake Porter. I think I was most excited for this one because I really like porters, and there's not a whole lot of places that do. Porters and stouts are so close together that a lot of places do something, and they do a dark beer, and they just, they go a little bit more in on the grain bill, and they just push it out as a stout because stouts are a little bit more popular. I think a lot of people aren't really sure what porters are. But they are very close together. And this one is a really quality porter. It has all those kind of telltale signs of a porter, but has all these really rich flavors as well. I think lately Griffin Claw has been doing a really good job with the different styles, different kinds of beers that they're putting out. They did this whole line with these four different beers were kind of a teaser, and it really kind of enticed me to go in and try these, and I'm glad that I did. Again, Rocky Road Stout was really good. This one was really good. I didn't get a chance to try the Mole Stout, which I think is just like the non-bourbon barrel-aged version, the Flying Buffalo version of the Mole that they do for that. And I didn't get a chance to try the vanilla and chocolate, or chocolate and vanilla. I'm not sure what the order is on that, but that looked really good too. I didn't pick up a variety. I split 2 4-packs with a friend. I got 2 Rocky Roads and 2 Blackberry Milkshake Porters, but I think you can't really go wrong with, I'm just going to go out on a limb. If those other 2 that I didn't get are anything like these, you can't go wrong with any of them. They're tap room release only, so if you want to try these out, you have to go into Griffin Claw, and they're talking about if they're popular enough that they might distribute this, but for the time being, this is going to be tap room only, but I think it's well worth it. This is a really quality porter, and I'm just really enjoying it. All right, friends, that has been Blackberry Milkshake Porter from Griffin Claw in Birmingham. Have you had any of those 4 releases that I talked about? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, if you like Michigan beer, you might want to subscribe and click that bell, because I'm here talking about Michigan beer twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays for free for viewers just like you, and you might miss your next favorite if you're not subscribed. You can also enter to win some good stuff, some goodies from the channel when I hit 1,000 subscribers by leaving me a question for my Q&A video at 224 Draft 20. So until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by, and remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries wherever they are, and most importantly, don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. Thanks for watching. Cheers.